Hey guys, hope you all are well and I hope you all are doing great. Today I wanted to share a video of how I passed my UK driving test, and it's such an exciting one because I can just imagine if you're watching this video and you haven't done your test yet, or if you are anticipating your test, I can just imagine how nervous you are. Well, I'm going to reassure you in this video, don't worry. I will reassure you. Let me show you guys. Okay, apologies for the awkward position of this camera right now. I'm just trying to manage the situation because I don't actually have my tripod stand with me, so yeah, it's an awkward position, but please just bear with me. Anyway, so yeah, I'm so excited because I passed my driving test on the 27th of June 2023, and it was an experience. So yeah, let me tell you guys about the whole experience really. But first off, if this is your first time of checking out my channel, hello and welcome. Please make sure you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to check out my new video. So let me gist you guys about my experience with learning to drive in the UK. So I have international driving experience, but recently I decided to start driving in the UK. So when I decided to start driving, I started practicing. My husband was really supportive, like he was always taking me out and about to practice my driving. And then I got a driving instructor. So I paid 10 hours for the driving instructor to teach me the basics and everything I need to know to pass my driving test. And this guy was such an arrogant man. You can just imagine, he was so rude and disrespectful, like, oh my goodness. You cannot even make a mistake and then ask him a question to kind of correct yourself. Like, he would disrespectfully insult you, and I found him so disrespectful. I even told him off. I was like, you know what, I'm actually paying you for this service and you are disrespecting me. So I just couldn't take I couldn't take the piss anymore. So I just stopped my driving with him, and he did it on the last day of our test, of our training. So he was rude on the the last day of our training, and I don't know whether he was trying to play some kind of smart game. Like, it was as if he just wanted to collect money for the training and then not let me use his vehicle to do the test, because according to him, he said he was trying to save his reputation, his driving school. Apparently, according to him, which he lied, he said if someone fails their driving test, then it would be a bad reputation for his business, and so he could lose his license, which I found out is not actually true. Because if someone fails their driving test, you just need to do it again. It doesn't affect your tutor's driving license in any way. So yeah, I stopped my training with him, and I found someone else. But then after a while, I just said, you know what, I'm actually going to book my test, because deep down within me, I knew I was going to pass. I knew I was going to pass because I'm a good driver, and I believe I'm a safe driver as well. And so I totally disregarded any negative thing the man said, because sometimes you just have to believe in yourself, and you don't have to listen to any negative thing or any fear a driving instructor puts on you. So I made sure I cut out every negativity and every fear that he had put on me, and I just believed in myself, and I went and booked my test. So on the test day, I was so nervous. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. So I had to breathe, and then just try to relax myself. And before the test, I made sure that I went to the test route. So going about the test route a few times just made me more familiar, with the test route. And yes, I did my best to do that a few times before I booked the test. So I booked the test on the 27th of June at 2:22 p.m. So on the day when I got to the test center, I parked my car, reverse parking, and then I went inside, waited a while, and then my examiner came, and he took my name, my details, he wrote it down, and he took me outside and showed me like some plate numbers, and then he asked me to read one of the plate number, and it was really easy for me to read because I could see it. And then he said he was going to walk around the vehicle to know if the vehicle is in good order. And then he did that. He asked me to sit inside the vehicle, and so I went inside the vehicle, and then we started the test. So we drove around the test center, but it was a different location entirely. So we were just driving, and then at some point he'll tell me to parallel park. So I had to, you guys, make sure if you're parallel parking, make sure you look around your vehicle before you do anything. Before you move your car, look around every single part of your vehicle, every single blind spot. You have to look around. So I did that, and then I parked, and that was successful. As we went on, he told me to do an emergency stop, which was really easy because my car actually had emergency brakes. So yeah, it was really easy to do that. And then we moved on, and then he told me again to do another parallel park, which I did again. And it was because I'm sure he wanted to know if I was going to forget to look around and do my observations. So I did my observations, and that was good. And then he told me we didn't use any sat nav, so he told me to use like the road signs to go to somewhere. And so I used the road signs, and there was like 2 roundabouts, and I had to do third exit for those roundabouts. So using the road sign, I just followed the third lane to get to the third exit. And then the second roundabout was really tricky because at the third exit there was one exit for only buses, and then there was now a third exit. So the third exit for cars looked like a fourth exit. So that one was really tricky. So when I got to that point, I was like, oh my goodness, this sign clearly shows that it's for buses only. So I just said, you know what, instead of making a mistake and going into this lane, let me just continue and see if there's another exit. So that was my lifesaver right there. So when I passed the bus exit, I went into the normal car exit, and I passed that one. So we got to the motorway, the highway, and then there was a car coming. I wanted to switch lanes, so there was a car coming behind me, and I kind of waited a bit for the car to pass before moving. So anyway, I moved, and it was all successful. I got back to the test center. So he told me not to even bother like parking properly. Like I can just park anything like anywhere or anyhow I like. And so when I parked, he then told me that I would like to tell you, congratulations, you have just passed your driving test. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. I was even crying because I was like really, I was nervous at the start of the test. So the whole emotion just overwhelmed me. So I was so happy. He wrote down my name and everything on the document, my test certificate. And then he handed it to me. He said I only got one minor, and the minor was from, you know, waiting for the other person that was driving really slow, because I wanted to switch lanes and the person was just driving slow. So I should have switched lanes, but I was trying to wait for the person, so he gave me a minor for appropriate speed. So yeah, basically that was it really. So I was so excited, and I just thought I should share it with you guys, because I know a few of you might, you know, be doing your driving test, and you would want to know, you know, how to pass your driving test. So it's really exciting. Make sure you go to your test route and just practice it a few times. Be confident, believe in yourself. Make sure you do your observations, practice your parking. Always practice your parking and your emergency stop, and also learn road signs, and sometimes practice how to drive using your sat nav and your road signs, just so that you can, you know, be ready for any questions really that they might, you know, ask you or something. And also he asked me 2 questions. He asked me about my tires, and then he asked me where my dipped lights are. And so yeah, so just practice those questions as well. The show me, tell me questions. And yeah, I wish you guys good luck in your driving test. You can do it. First time, second time, third time, it doesn't matter, but you can do it. So go get it. Book your driving test as soon as possible. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid, because there's another thing that I would like to let you guys know, that it just depends on the day and situations on the road. So just book your test and just, you know, attempt it. If you feel like you're really good and you really know what you're doing on the road, book your test and just do it, because you might just be lucky on that day you could pass your test, but on another day, you know, something could just happen on that day and then you won't pass it. You know, it's just have faith really, and just go get it. Someone I saw there, he gave an excuse. He failed his test, so his wife was waiting for him, and he didn't want his wife to know that he failed the test. So he then told his wife that, oh, because she was laughing when he drove into the test center, it kind of confused him, so that's why he failed his test. I just knew he was lying, because you would have failed your test from before driving into the test center anyway. So yeah, don't use anyone as a bait to give an excuse for failing your test. It is entirely your responsibility to pass your test, not any other person. So focus on yourself and proving to the examiner that you know what you're doing and you know how to drive, and you will pass your driving test. Okay, so yeah, that is it from me for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to do a car tour video right now. If you are interested in, you know, car tour videos, make sure you check out this video. This is the Mini Countryman, and I want to show you guys more about this vehicle. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Please do not forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you can get instant notifications when I share a new video. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.